Hello and welcome back. Once again, this is the beginning of a new stream, continuing from where we left off in the Darkest Dungeon. Our last stream saw us attempt to bring down the Brigand 16-pounder, and while no one died, we did end up sort of getting the entire party to the store and deciding that was the appropriate time to make a hasty withdrawal. So we've got a party that that party was working. We'll probably bring that party back in and do it again. But obviously they need to lose their stress. So they gotta have at least a week off, if not two. As a side effect, we should really be working in other regions to advance and get the last two bosses the last bosses in those regions spawn, right? So in the Warrens, we've got the Flesh to summon, and in the Cove we have the Crew. So I think we want to put together a party to go after one or both of those objectives and start getting them moving. Of course, the other question is, do I want to do... I could hypothetically take a 3-man party into one of the short ones here. To get some people leveled up. Reduce chance of party surprise, book of intuition. Or I could pick the 3 mid-levels in to the medium here. Bumper crop. Lucky Talisman, dodge, ranged accuracy. You know, if I'm just trying to pass the week, the question here is there any... Do you want anything from these quests? We can get the Ancestor's Portrait. Resolve XP. Okay, so that's actually going to be potentially useful for leveling other guys up. We pick that up. Hero's Ring. Tough Ring. Ancestor's Handkerchief. And the Ancestor's Pen. Cove or Warrens? Level 5s. Let's go for the Cove. Let's take our level 5s in here. So we can make a usable party out of this ragtag bunch. Let's hypothetically think about a party that looks like this. So you've mostly got stuff that you can do in the back. You can Shadow Fade to put yourself in the back. Flashing Dagger's Lunge. We got the accuracy, range accuracy buff, and the speed. So there's actually an argument that you want to stay in the back. And you drop Bleed Resist, although I don't think we got anyone that does real good combo with Bleed here. Bonus damage versus Blight is going to work pretty well this thing, because we're going to have multiple people blighted. I might swap... Yeah, that would probably be a good one to swap. So swap Flashing Daggers for Thrown Dagger. That way we have a... Well, we have something that does bonus damage versus marked, bonus damage versus bleed, or versus blighted. We got our marker with plenty of stun. Yeah, let's say we do Flashbang on you. So we can stun the front line, stun the back line. You've got a bonus damage against stun if you're in a situation where you get to stun someone and get around to stunning or attacking before they go. I'm just going to assume that you're not hitting the people you're marking. So if you're marking someone, you're probably not hitting them. And you're the only one who can mark, so that works out. Abomination almost always use Manacles or Beast Bile, and or the heal. Thing I'm noticing on this team that's probably the biggest issue is you don't have a lot of healing. So you may have to pull out early due to healing issues. We got a Blighter here that also has Blight debuff. So if we hit a target where there's a bunch of guys who are Blight resistant, these guys will be able to chew through the Blight damage. And if we do Poison Darts here, again, that's Blight and Blight resist reduction. So we've got the ability to sort of chew through Blight resistance. We can Blight anyone with this combo. Okay. Let's think about putting this together. And we got Lunge if we just need raw physical damage to down someone really easily. Pick up the main skills. We're going to swap the Thrown Dagger on our ranged guy here. Ranged. Lunge. Shadow Fade. Ability to remove Blight or Bleed once per battle is decent. The damage buff, the dodge buff is not bad either. This is maybe not the best team for Antiquarian. Because we're actually kind of expecting the Antiquarian to do some damage, right? So we're expecting the Antiquarian to do Festering Vapors, Flash Powder for D-Stealth. That's our heal, the Fortifying Vapors. And yeah, we're gonna probably... We can do Protect Me. Probably do Protect Me if she specifically needs to heal herself, because she's gonna be pretty slow at doing that. And being able to force a guard onto someone else is decent. Well, that does come with the issue that we're marking our own friend. The alternative would be to swap that for Get Down. So if we get shuffled, we can unshuffle ourselves. Because we don't really have a tank on this party, right? So we're... Specifically to heal, we need to get in the back. Okay, yeah, so let's actually think about going Get Down. In which case, yeah, we want to max Get Down, so we get the maximum dodge buff on that. And then we're going stuns on you. Mark for death. Max that out to maximize the protection malice. And we swap to Thrown Dagger, which is single target, which is fine. If I need you specifically at the frontliner, you can do lunge. So you've got a working damage combo there. Okay. This is also partially going to be a money generating one, so we will go ahead and we're reasonably rich. We're gonna spend money. These guys fully equipped. Because their healing is going to be a bit weak, so we're going to try to basically kill things hopefully before they take too much damage. I actually spent more money than I was expecting, but... So we got bonus scout chance there, bonus stun skill chance. If I could get a better stun, I would do it. I've got the opposite. I can reduce the stun. It's not what we want. And the rest is by rarity. I'm not sure if I got any good stuns. Stun bonusing in here. If I was going to treat the Bounty Hunter a little bit more like a tank, could potentially do the Tough Ring. Tough Ring comboed with Protect Me would be pretty strong, I think. We're not planning to Protect Me, so it's less useful here. It might be a situation where I think that plus 10 stun is probably the best I'm going to get. I could trade... Well, no, I'd rather have +4 dodge rather than plus 20% stun resist, effectively. Could go Survival Guide. We'd lose the extra stun. That is another 10% scouting chance. And yeah, now we're in Commandeer. So Commandeer, that's our stun option in Commandeer. And then you have Antigran. So you've got like... Am I running debuff skills on you? Well, I suppose it's actually most of them. So that's got a debuff on it. That's got a debuff on it. For this run, I could probably make do without the debuff mod. So I could probably drop that. If I wanted something else on it besides force speed. Popping through here. Healing skills is maybe a little tempting because you're going to be the only healer. Well, that's only going to jump you from maybe like 3 damage or 3 health heal to 4 health heal. It's only +1 health. Poking through here. What would I want on you? So more blight chance would not be bad, right? Because we're only looking at under 40% blight. So if we get another 20% blight, we'd be pretty consistent. Or I could stack. I could take could do that stealth or that scouting book. Scouting book wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, let's grab that survival guide for the extra scout trap disarm. Cost of 1 speed. Dodge, rain skills. And in fact, actually, we're probably doing mostly rain skills on you, except for the lunge. And then extra 2 speed. Could probably replace the +2 speed with something. Extra damage versus blighted, which is going to come into effect here quite a bit. Because we're mostly going to be blighting people with this team. Although that's damage versus blighted, right? So, because we're mostly planning on doing blight. Oh no, you're not applying blight. So you do bonus damage versus blight. So getting more bonus damage versus blight probably makes sense. Yeah, okay. Trade that for the speed. Sure. Blight skill chance, that makes sense. We want you to actually apply that blight. Protection dodge if torch above 75. I might be able to get better protection dodge. Tend not to transform. That basically would make the protection unconditional. %25 protect. Want protect more or do you want dodge more? Probably want protect more. So barista's head there wouldn't be too bad. Or tough-ring? Tough-ring. Especially if we're going blight, so we don't care about the initial kick of the bile as much, so we're not losing as much damage there. In which case we're getting 10% protection, 15% life, which is, in your case, you only got 28 dodge. So, okay, this is actually be 35% dodge, so we'd be back down to 28. Yeah, I think it'll be worth it. Let's do that swap. The damage is mostly applying on the hitting with the manacles, which we're mainly doing for stun. So if we had a really good stun trinket, we'd be wanting to put that on, but we don't. Dodge, speed. I think you're probably going to do most of the trapping, even though we've got survival guide on you. Okay. Let's go into the dungeon. Let's see how this works. Worst case scenario, we end up pulling out early. You want to go for the pen or the portrait? I think Blight's going to work a little bit better in the cove. So let's go for the pen. Into the cove. This is a long quest. We're going to take all the food. We're also maybe going to want the food because we're going to just need to heal. We don't have a particularly great healing on this team. We'll take 3 stacks of torches. 3 shovels. We actually have an extra shovel. Let's run 3 and 4, or 4 and 4. And the cove, so we take all the herbs. 6 bandages. Let's go up to 5 shovels. Call that good. So if we can finish the quest, it would be nice. Worst case scenario, we can retreat early, it'll take a bit of stress, but it'll be fine. Increased resistance to bleeding attacks. Good thing we brought Blight.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
That contains loot. So we definitely want the antique. We probably want the sapphire. That's the inventory full at this point, so we got to pass on the rest. Well, we got our first
Another mariner.
inventory space back
Another
there.
misfortune.
And our first fight of the dungeon. So sadly I can't try to stun the madman from here. I can blight to hit the midline, so we'll do that. Oh, you can't be in first, a flashbang. Okay. Might rearrange the party then. Yeah, go for a stun. And or I'll swap that back out to the its normal melee. Kill the stealth guy. So now we can hit who we want. It's maybe a little bit of a brutal turn here because we didn't stun very many of them. It's gonna come down to how quick we are. How bad this turn is. And or how dodgy we are. We just dodge everything, things will be fine. Okay. Stun you or stun you? Stun you. There's a reason for that. The other one's blighted, so I can always throw the dagger at it. Oof.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Yeah, I'm already feeling the fact that we're definitely not gonna have enough heals. Go for a stun. Okay. Stun. Ooh, missed. Stun. That one didn't miss. Kill confirm.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Blight, because I've got stun resist on them. Heal yourself. Not enough to kill, although pretty close. Actually, enough that the blight will finish the job.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
I was hoping he would stun off there. It's fine, I can work with that. That stun connect? Did. Okay. It's basically bought us another turn of healing. Gives us a speed buff. We're hoping that means he can go before the madmen, so we can bring him down. Some healing. Probably gonna get a warning that I need to bring it. Yeah, getting my warning that if I don't bring the fight to close soon, we're gonna get reinforcements. It's fine. It's time to bring it down, or try to bring it down. We missed.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Okay, I'm gonna change... Because apparently we're keeping him in the front at this point. Let's change this back to collect bounty. If I'd come hither leveled up, I might do that, but no. As such. Okay. Forward we go.
The light, the promise of safety.
Okay, hit with the blanket fire. We're gonna be able to reveal the stealth guy. Does that stun apply? No. Blight hit 2. So the guy in third is dead. Time to go for the stun again. Stun did apply this time. It's good to see. Ooh, no blight. Had it blighted, he would be dead.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Okay, kill confirm anyway.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
These are humans, so we'll take the bonus damage as humans.
Impressive.
Go for the heal. I don't think it's going to be enough if you actually get hit, but if you stack it enough times, it'll add up. Yeah, not going to be enough if he actually gets hit, which is what happened. We know we get to go before he goes, so I'm going to delay so we get the heal. So we can take him off death's door. Again, 3 hit points is probably not going to be make or break later in the dungeon.
Cursed
But
champion falls. Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
yeah, one problem I'm going to run into here is I'm not guaranteed, I think, of avoiding being ambushed during the night. I think we grab the scouting and the surprise chance. extra key. Extra torch. There we are. So if we don't get jumped in the middle of the night here... No, getting jump's pretty rare. Unlocked strong box, okay. It's trapped. I would like to try to get rid of light sensitive, I think is the way to go here. The lazy eye is a little bit annoying because these two are range as well. Okay, so we're going to start with you, trying to get rid of light sensitive. Unquiet mind, okay.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Fair fight? Yes. We've got a pretty good scouting chance, so we'll be able to scout a lot of the future rooms, but... Gonna go for the stuns here.
Confidence surges as the enemy
Okay,
crumbles.
that was more effective than I needed to, but no harder CC than a kill. Ooh, no luck with the stun. Blood supplied, he's dead? Okay, so he's dead. Got him dead. Good to see. I'm not too worried about the bleed potential on you, so I'm gonna go for the stun here. Ah, no luck.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Yeah, I know the tank was gonna take that, but in fact I needed to throw it at him to hit the tank, so that just worked. Let's start trying to work the heals. This is insufficient. They're really going to be in this situation. Go for the stun. Stun applies this time. Good to see. It's the frontliner.
Obliterated.
Shred the protection a little bit. And yeah, we'll keep going for heals. Probably a little more heal on you.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
We want to go for the stun. Let's go for the stun. If we get the stun off, then that basically means we can take a heal later. There we go. about getting blighted. Because we get bonus damage against blighted targets. Oh, I did more damage than I wanted. That works, though. Key in the chest. Hidden compartment. I'd like I'd like emeralds over jades. Did we get a next scout? Of course we got a scout. That much scouting buff, you'd be wondering why we wouldn't be getting a scout.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
And we're gonna have a hallway fight here. Preemptively light a torch, so we got full torchlight.
The path is clear. We require only
Okay, so the worst thing that can happen here is one of them can blow up on our face.
Decimated.
Okay, I think that was a good turn. That's the only attack that one's gonna get off. 7 damage, so it still hurt, but... Okay, we're actually gonna go for a heal with you. Throw the dagger. Dagger connects, dagger kills. We know the maggot is dead on the maggot's turn. So we go for the heal, and then it probably takes its turn and dies. Then we outsped it. Either way, it's dead, so we just mark it. Just point at it, indicating its imminent demise.
By inches.
We know this room is relatively boring. Any luck with scouting? We do. Gotta explore, or gotta complete 100% of room battles. So I don't have to go this way, although there's little risk in going that way, so we'll go that way. Nothing there. We're gonna grab you on the way back. The highest risk was that we had to basically hit that. Check how our guys are dealing with traps. 90, 60... You have 100% chance of handling it, so handle it. This is a pretty linear one, so the scouting here is mostly potential to find secret rooms. I think that's definitely better than the emerald. The question is, do I drop the shovel? The 5th shovel. I'm gonna drop the 5th shovel instead. We technically brought 5 in. We've already used one. We just got lucky and found another. So I think we're fine dropping the 5th shovel. Again, want to go to that light sensitive. That's not it, but it is what it is. Sure, we got full torch going to the next fight.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born. Precision and power.
Blade applies, that one's dead. So I went for it instead of the stun. Kill is the hardest CC of all.
eradicated.
Okay. Go for a heal. Darn. I'm gonna apply a blight. Now we can get the blight bonus damage of our Gravedigger.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Ruby is going to be better than Emerald. We know this room is pretty benign because of the magic that it's scouting. Okay, so we got 2 room fights back to back. How long do I have my scouting? 1 more battle. Okay, so I probably want to camp in the next battle, after the next major room battle. Fair enough, I probably should be thinking about it. Yeah, next major room battle, we're gonna camp.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Ooh, no luck with the stun. Obviously, de-stealth one of the backliners. That one applying? That one applies. Got some Death's Door, so we're not going to be unstealthing the other one, although we should get to act, hopefully. And to heal that one before it comes into play. There we go. So off Death's Door, so one hit away from it, so that's still uncomfortably close, but... not enough to kill him. It's pretty good odds of killing him, but we didn't hit it.
Mortality clarified in a single strike. A singular strike.
Missed my stun. That's always terrible. Okay, dodge is playing into our favor. Apply that blight. There's a little bit of logic into it with the thrown dagger from Grave Robber here. Everyone else is so low that if they get hit, they're brought to death's door anyway, even at that +3. Okay, everyone in the other side's blighted. Except the front row. Kill secure on you. Yeah.
The blood quickens.
Okay, I'm now going to risk the heal. 3 is probably not enough to make a big difference. Although, it wasn't enough to keep him off death's door. Go for the stun. Stun applies. That's good. Dead to Blight. Good to see. So just got the one up front. You might as well go for the self-heal, because you're actually not going to do great damage to the whip. And he's too close to take advantage of the Blight. Which one's the one bonus? That one's the one bonus damage against humans. Yeah, just bring him down. Ooh, missed. Never mind, I'm not bringing him down. Let's go. We get brought to death's door. Oh, no, we miss. He misses us. Okay, so mutual misses. I can work with mutual misses. Go for the heal. 4 hit points is better than 1. It's not much better than 1, but it's better than 1. Okay, go for the stun. No luck.
And now the true test. Hold fast, or expire. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Okay. I don't know where we go. Okay. After this fight, we're gonna rest. Stun or light? Let's go stun. That's the stun.
Exposed to a killing blow. Teetering on the brink.
Ooh,
facing
we're
the
gonna
abyss.
potentially take a death door check. No, I can prevent the death door check. He's still gonna take the bleed. Oh, and actually, because I crit, I did double thing. Okay, that works for me. Okay, can we prevent damage? Damage prevented. Okay. Ah, no luck with the stun there. Would like a stun, so we're gonna go for the stun. Ah, blocked both the stuns. Okay. Blanket Fire's gonna put him back on death's door.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Which means we're just gonna take him off of it again.
Death
Oh,
is
critical's nice
patient.
there.
It will wait.
Death is patient, it will wait. Yes, yes it will.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves. A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Oop. Ah. Dodged. it stun? Doesn't stun. So he's gonna put it back in death's door.
A dizzying blow to the
Ooh, put them
body
both in
and
death's door.
brain.
The stun's not connecting is an issue. Okay, that one's stunned. Probably should have been the other way around.
Confusion. No.
Ooh, everyone's at death's door.
Panic.
This is not going totally our way. Kill confirm. There we go. Stunned him. That buys us actually a whole turn to heal. And or get off death's door. Or I can just try to bring him down. We gotta bring him down quickly. Blight for extra damage. We're gonna camp, so if I bring him down, I can camp. Camp's gonna bring everyone off death's door. There we go.
Masterfully executed. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless. In Radiance, may we find victory.
So the worst thing that could have happened there was we get at nighttime ambush. We gotta do 100% of room battles. We're up. It could be worse. It could be a whole lot worse. We continue for the moment. If it gets any worse, we're gonna pull out.
A decisive pummeling.
Ah, missed. Missed as well. I think this is probably the accuracy debuff coming. Oh, that's only -2. Would have assumed it would be worse than that. Based on the fact of how badly we're missing. Get Blight applied to the last one, so we're damage buffing the unblighted target choice.
Many fall in the face of chaos.
I can master.
but not
We
this
can
one.
master our
Not
fate.
today.
We're not dead yet. We're way too close to it, though. Way too close to it. Okay, so you're dead. Missed on the frontliner. Missed the frontliner. Then for the fight ender. Does that stun? Does stun. Okay, that buys us a turn. I think we can bring him down on the next. Especially if it lowers protection, which is what we're doing here. Completely shred that protection. Ooh, misjudge our timing. Well, it was mostly just stress. I can work with stress.
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
Here's the healing lunge.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Oops. Let's decide to interact with it. So the intended one. No, we're not having enough recovery here. It's time to withdraw. Everyone's death doored at this point, or has been death doored at least once, and 1 hit point. Yeah, no, we're out.
Regroup. Reassemble. Evil is timeless, after all.
Evil is timeless after all. They'll still be here when we get back. Don't worry about it. Light sensitive, that's not too bad on you. Those aren't too bad, okay.
I can still see their angry faces as they stormed the manor. But I was dead before they found me.
Shrieker has stolen 8 of our trinkets. The knife. In the end, however, the damnable thing managed to get away with its prize. Hemp's coffers, all the poorer for having hosted the unwanted guest. Honestly, I have no idea what it got away with. If we go defeat it, we get our stuff back. Obviously, this party is not the one going to be going to make that run. And it's mostly going to be a survival battle if we do attempt it. Should probably be a little bit more careful about who I'm putting where, just so we don't put people where they can't be, or where someone else needs to be. But that works out. Oh, and the poor 16-pounder team, I think, is still stressed out from the last delve. Oh. Can we get some more space? Probably.
Strong drink, a game of chance, and companionship. The rush of life. A little hope, however desperate, is never without worth.
Yeah, a little poor going into this. So in the next part, I think we will go after the Shrieker. If another reason just to pass the week. And I think we actually probably want to get some money going, so we'll probably send whatever quest is the apprentice one. We'll send the 3 apprentices into it, like barely any equipment. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. I'm gonna take a short break here so I can get up, stretch my legs, and sip some tea. And then we'll put a group together to do a Shrieker, and probably whatever the shortest apprentice quest is, so that we can recoup some coinage. So with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.